Hey, it's May 1st, 2016, and here's the garden update. Everything's going well. I'm getting a lot of tomatoes, seeing peppers starting to come out, cucumbers starting to grow also. What you're going to see in the footage from the backyard is a little bit of an issue with some of the tomato plants, some browning of the leaves. If you can give me some tips on exactly what you think would happen to it, I'm not sure. Could be a lot of things, obviously. But I'm getting tomatoes, so I shouldn't be too upset about it. Anyway, here we go. Thanks for watching. Hey Pete, what's going on? Well, it's May 1st, and let's start off with the peppers. As you see here, plants have gotten really big. Well, most of them. Here's a habanero plant that is just getting not really tall, but getting wide. This is it's called a time bomb plant. You see there's a lot of blooms all over it. So I've already gotten like two or three of these off of it. You can see one barely in there, a little red. They're really hot. Again, you can look at the rest of the pepper plants we have here. This one's a poblano pepper. You can see it's pretty tall itself. Haven't got any peppers, but again, if you look closely, you can see all these blooms here. So we should be getting a lot of peppers. This one's another time bomb. If you look, that's what it looks like when it's completely ripe. So that one's ready to go. This one's not as tall as the other one, but yeah, it's producing, so that's all that matters. On this end, this is a cantaloupe vine here in the middle. It's getting longer. Nothing really to show for it. On the sides are sugar baby watermelon plants. They only get, the vine only gets 3 to 4 feet, which is perfect for this bed because it's only 4 foot bed. It really hasn't been, neither plant has been growing much, but still alive. And this here, I have no idea what it is, but I'm gonna let it grow and see what comes out of it. Just kind of a surprise heirloom. So let's move to the other bed here. Yeah. This was a bed with onions, cucumbers, Swiss chard, and green beans, and sunflowers. Everything is growing, except for the Swiss chard, of course. Not sure what happened. I mean, I sowed seeds all over this bed, and really only maybe 4 really are going. That's the biggest one there, and it's really going really slowly. So I don't know if it's the seed, temperature, the soil, the bed. I don't know. Almost thinking about putting some okra here. You know, to just do something with this area because I'm not getting anything from the Swiss chard. But let's move on to something a bit more exciting. Well, there's a bee. If you can see, I can get it there for you. There's a bee here doing its work here. Follow it along. Oh, well, it's gone now. Everything on the vine here on this part is cucumbers. You have one here, and there's another one right there. And we have lemon cucumbers. I'm trying to find one for you. I think it's here. You can, yeah, right here. You have Armenian cucumbers, but there's nothing to show for that. All these here are beans. you see they're kind of, this plant here, let's try to get it for you, is all the way climbing up the vine there. So I think that's going to go really well. So let's look at the bright side of the tomatoes here. You see all this green, everybody's growing well. We're getting a lot of tomatoes on every plant, it seems. Looks very healthy over here until you get to this part. Cherokee purple here, really green here. Tomatoes all over the place here, big ones also, see that? But then you get here and see all these dead leaves all over the plant, and it's kind of random. See how on this limb you have all this green and brown leaves right next to each other. I'm not sure what happened, but again, all the new growth is looking just fine, you see. But in the middle, you see all of these, I guess, death leaves. But it might have been, we had a lot of rain. Might have been rain. Might have been temperatures, because they've been kind of swaying up and down. So who knows? My Carmelo plant is basically the same way. Get you a big look here. See the brown here, but then the green here. You see the brown here, but then you see all this fruit that is almost ready to go. I don't know. Let me move to the other side so you can see it in some other plants as well. So this one is a really good example. Green here, green here. Tomatoes growing all inside of the plant, but there's all kinds of, again, brown leaves, almost dying leaves. I'm not sure if it is we had a lot of fluctuations in temperature when it was the 90s, then in the 50s. Maybe too much fertilizer, maybe too much rain. We had a lot of rain. I don't know, but either way, things are still producing, especially this one. You know, so I mean, aesthetically, it doesn't look good, but I guess if it's producing, I'm not going to complain too much, right? That's what it's all about. Let's move on to the squash situation. Yeah, this is a squash plant. There's 2 squash plants in here. See if I can show you. Yeah, if you can see, there's a lot of squash going on here. On the other side, same thing. There's a lot of squash, but the plant is, you see, just gigantic. We have green beans in here, which they're kind of piggybacking off of the squash. They're wrapping themselves all around inside of there. The downside is this plant's going to get humongous. These plants are going to get humongous. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to move it somewhere else. Maybe on a patio. I don't know. I didn't anticipate it getting this big. So I guess that's a good problem to have, I guess. This is my eggplant. 3 eggplants here. And yeah, we had too many ones here, and I picked those. But you know, I think you're in a mode of just letting things grow at this point, and see what happens. So that's the report from the garden for May